Welcome back. It's 8:42. Well, whether you're a landlord or a tenant, a growing number of us are coming face to face with rental scams. Here with what you need to know this morning is Shari, and thank you so much for joining us, Shari.
Good morning.
All right. Well, why do rental scams appear to be on the rise?
Well, and they are. We're seeing this more and more, getting a lot of emails from viewers on this. There are really three reasons, John. The first is we got accustomed to vacant homes during the real estate crisis. So there actually are vacant homes, but also we're accustomed to the idea that an owner could be far away somewhere now, an investor or a bank. The other reason is the global economy in general has not been doing so good, so we have more people who are sort of desperate and looking for ways to make extra cash. And then the third reason is the advances in technology, particularly when it comes to rentals. We used to have realtors who handled these and protected us against frauds. Now we're dealing directly with owners when it comes to finding rentals, and we don't have any of the safeguards when it comes to the money. We're using wire transfers and not actually meeting a real person.
Right, so that sort of opens up a whole can of worms there. So explain the differences between scams that are maybe targeted toward landlords and those targeted toward tenants.
Sure, and this is interesting because landlords and tenants are both at risk here. So with a tenant-targeted rental scam, for example, the fake landlord, would be advertising a very low rent. And of course that's going to attract people, and the reason it's a scam is because there is no unit, so you lose whatever money it is. With a landlord-targeted rental scam, the tenant is going to oftentimes be agreeing to pay more than what you're asking for rent. And one of the schemes we're seeing a lot is folks mailing you a check that's over the amount and saying, would you wire me back the difference? And of course landlords are doing that, and then they find out that the check was bad. In both cases, the point is to separate you from your money or your personal financial information that they need to commit a financial fraud before you know it.
Wow. So the question then becomes, how can you protect yourself?
Sure. Well, the best way is to use a reputable rental site. Oftentimes, the scammers are not going to use a rental site that they have to pay to list their rental on. I don't know if Craigslist is taking any safe precautions, but almost all of the emails we're getting from viewers who've been subjected to this type of scam are using Craigslist. So I would avoid Craigslist for this type of thing. The second thing is to turn technology against the scammers. I mean, nowadays you have access to the public records in almost any county. So go there and take a look at the deed, see who owns the property. If the deed was recently recorded, that might be a red flag. If it's missing witnesses, that might be a red flag. If it was notarized in Nigeria, I mean, just look for irregularities.
Overseas or far-fetched, too good to be true. Bing, bing, two red flags just popped up.
You check the public records, you check the tax records to see who's been paying the taxes. Ask the neighbors, that's a great way to check. And then look for those sort of red flags, like you said. An overseas landlord or tenant, a little iffy, someone who it seems just too good to be true, because it probably is.
Bing, the antennas go up. Thank you, Shari.
Right, sure.
All right, let's go over to Glenn and check out that warm